Well, here we are, going live for one more time. It is Wacky Wednesday at my sewing room, and I'm Sandy. I am a woodland nymph today, coming to you from our fall. Yes, today is the first day of the astrological fall term. So today is the first day of fall. It's also the 20th day of the meteorological fall, but at least it is fall. So, of course, I hope everyone is enjoying those beautiful fall colors, the absolutely gorgeous leaves that are falling outside. And I thought today would be a really good day to talk about fall and about leaves and colored leaves and all the beautiful colors and things we experience. And so here we are. So hello, everyone. Hi, Teresa S. I see you popping in there. Hello to everyone. Thank you for coming and joining me today for another Wacky Wednesday. And of course, I just want to make a quick shout out to all of those people that joined me 2 weeks ago for our Wacky Wednesday. And thanks for all the good comments and good thoughts and whatnot. So, hi, Neil. Anyways, so thank you to Teresa S., Denise B., Carol G., Loanne L., Teresa W., Audrey H., Sandy A., Val S., and I want to say hi to Debbie. She's just signed on there as well. Hello. And I'd also like to thank not only the ones that have commented online or seen some of the views, but have come into the store and said how much they've enjoyed Wacky Wednesdays. And so I just want to make a quick shout out to a few of them. Wendy B., Sharon M., and Judy M. Thanks so much for stopping in and telling me some cute jokes, telling me how much you like the show. It's absolutely wonderful, and it is a great privilege to be able to come to you on Wednesdays and share some wackiness with you. All right, so today is Fall Day, so let's start it off with a fall joke. Why was the Scarecrow given a Nobel Peace Prize? Because he was outstanding in his field. Yay for the Scarecrow. I was outstanding in my field last week, so I'm wondering when I'm going to get my Nobel Peace Prize. All right, one more joke. What runs around a farm but doesn't move? A fence. Yay! So, hi, Sandy. Hi, Loanne. Hi, Billy. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Yes, thanks, Billy. This is autumn today. And I wanted to just show off the autumn mask I made out of some of the very beautiful fabrics that we have at the store. There's some exceptionally gorgeous fall ones. You can see in the background some lines here that we have, and we've got just so many cute ones. Thanks, Carol. Thanks for loving my outfit. I'm going to stand up so you can see that I have on my fall sweater today too, with all the gorgeous leaves and whatnot. I have to tell you, it's getting a little warm in here though with that sweater on inside. I'm going to take off my pretty mask now and set that aside so you can hear me a little bit better. Anyways, so this last couple of weeks, challenged myself to learn something new. And that was the scan and cut. And I thought, oh, what can I do with that scan and cut? What can I make? I have no idea how to use it, but I'm going to learn. So this week, Gwen was kind enough, actually it was last week, was kind enough to show me how it worked. And Leah was very kind to let me take it home with me. It's actually Anne's, and use it this weekend to work on a project and see how it works. So, I got some stories for you, that's for sure. So, hi Phyllis, glad you're signed in as well. Okay, so I started out thinking, well, what's on the scan and cut that I can cut out? I'm not talking about scanning something in and saving it, whatnot, but what can I actually use on a scan and cut? And there are lots of files to be used on scan and cut, and I thought, oh, it's fall. Not only is it fall, but they've got some beautiful leaves. And I have some beautiful fabric. And I thought, well, what can I do with these beautiful fabrics? So with Gwen's help, I started making some little cute hearts out of fall fabric. So I'm here today to tell you how it turned out. Anyway, so off I go home last week, taking my scan and cut in charge, and thought, okay, so what's the first thing I have to do? Well, I have to get some very pretty fabric, which I did. I have to get my Mary Ellen's best press, which I did. I sprayed that fabric so it was nice and firm, ironed it out, made sure it was straight, and cut some blocks. What I did was cut 10-inch blocks. I don't think it matters as long as it fits on the mat, and the mat is 12 by 12 in the scan and cut, but I did do that. And then I took that lovely fabric 10-inch blocks. I also cut myself some Wonder Under 10-inch blocks, and I actually fused that on to the back of my fabric. And you will be very pleased to know I used my applique pressing sheet, and I didn't stick anything to the iron this time. Not that I don't know what happens when you stick it to the iron and you can figure out how to get it clean, but I did it this time. So after that, I now had this lovely piece of 10 by 10 with Wonder Under on the back of it, and I thought, okay, here comes the hard part. Are you guys ready for the hard part? Here it comes. Let's turn you over. Where is blue? Blue. All right, so here I am with little blue. We're doing, at least I think I am. My screen's about as 30 seconds shy of where you guys are and what you're seeing, and I'm hoping I've got blue on. Maybe I don't. Blue Cannon. I thought I had blue Cannon on. Maybe I'll... Come on, blue. Oh, there he is. Haha, now I found it. Okay, here we are. Okay, so thanks, Billy. Yeah, I figured out I hit the wrong button on that blue thing. So anyways, we should be coming up on the scan and cut. All right, so here's our display on our scan and cut. And I've turned it on, which was this button. Now I'm going home. And it says the cartridge is going to move, so you get your fingers out of the way. I've learned my lesson after having done a little applique and a little embroidery and sticking my finger in the wrong spot. Anyways, so now that my patterns have come up on the screen, I actually went into patterns. I went into the one with the fall trees, and I went into the one with the snowflakes. And lo and behold, as I scanned down, I found the cutest little leaf. So I selected my little leaf. I said, okay. And I thought, yeah, that looks good. I like him. I'm going to take him. All right, it tells me he's about 5 inches by 3 inches or 4 inches or so. And for this project, that is the size of them. And so that worked pretty good. I thought that was a great size. And so I'm going to set that and just say that's what I want. So as I do that, I want to ask you a question or tell you a joke. What do you call a pepper in late autumn? A little chilly. Ooh. Anyways, all right, heading on. Now, I have my item on my screen. I have to now edit my item because I want to edit that object and add some more. So there's a little block on here that says plus. So I'm going to put up to 3. Okay. Now, this is the easy part because all I got to do is take my little stick and move these guys around. And you just click on them and drag them, and away they go. It works like a charm. Okay, so when you think you've got it set in the middle, you go, okay. This is so much fun. I hope it doesn't do what it did before and eat my fabric. So here we go. Okay. Now, there is a button on here that says it wants to check your mat. So the first thing I've got to do is stick my fabric onto my mat, and you stick it fabric side down. And this is a standard tack adhesive mat. So I have got my Wonder underside up. So when it cuts, it'll be cutting the paper, not the fabric first. So it should cut and not rip the fabric. All right, so let's push that little button right there, which is you're scanning your mat. It says it's going to scan the mat and show the background. So I start and I go okay, and it says load it. So there's a little button just below home on your right hand side, which is load your mat. So it's going to load the mat. Check it out. Please make sure there's nothing behind your mat, because yeah, it dumps whatever that is on the floor. So just don't want to back it up. All right, so my mat is now scanning, and it's going to differentiate between the background and what I have placed on that mat, which is my fabric. All right. Hi, Denise, how you doing? All right, now I think that's good. I don't think I want to edit anything. I do have to do a little editing because I see that my leaf is slightly off the mat, so I got to bring it over so it fits onto the mat. And I might even rotate this guy on the bottom, because I'm going to go 90 degrees and turn him sideways so that he'll fit. Okay, are you ready? I think I've got it. Let's just make sure. I think that's good. Okay. Okay, I've edited it. Everything's ready to go. Are we ready? Okay, again, you have to say okay to this thing a lot, because he demands you say something to him every time. Okay, so I'm going to select cut, and I'm going to select test, because what that does is it sets the blade, and there's a little circle that I like to cut because I'm going to be cutting round stuff. So I selected the circle. He's up there in the corner, and we're going to give him a shot. Okay, let's see. He's going to cut that little circle there, and setting the blade, cutting, and then I can tell whether my scan and cut is actually cutting to the right depth. Here he goes. Look at him go. Here he goes. Boop. And there he is. He cut it out. And yes, he did cut it out, sort of, kind of. I put a new blade in, so maybe we want to test again, because that kind of didn't cut all the way through. So let's test again. I want to make sure it's okay. I'm going to move that little circle. I'm going to move it down just a tad. Okay, and let's see. We'll start again for the test. Okay, I just want to make sure it's going to cut properly. If not, it makes a big mangled mess in the middle, and it tears your fabric this way and that way and whatnot, so you really want to be careful. Okay, let's try this one. Oh yes, cut better that time. Good test. All right, so you end up with that little circle piece. It's just a piece of the fabric they've cut out and tested. I don't know if you can see that little guy. There he is. So he's just tested. He's good to go. So I'm going to go start. Oh, I don't want to test again. I don't know how to stop. He's going to cut that again. Okay, this is the fun moments you have with the scan and cut. And while it's doing something stupid, I'm going to ask you, what do you get if you drop a pumpkin? Oh, no, it's actually cutting the leaves. I did it right. Okay, so it's cutting. Yay! Okay, my fabric is not really sticking to my mat. I think I may have needed to clean that a little bit, because I've been using it all weekend making sticky stuff. So that was cool. So that one worked out all right. Good, good, good. This is my last leaf because I made 3. Ooh, it's kind of bunkling up a little there, but that's okay. Ooh, he's chickling. Okay, you got to make sure your mat is nice and clean, okay? All right, it's done. Look at that. They all fell out. All right, okay, finished cutting. Good job. Okay, so, and it did cut them all out. So here's all my little leaves. I think I might have to do a little bit of, he got stuck on that one corner when he went around. Anyways, so it did work. It cut out my lovely leaves and everything. So now let me show you what I did with those leaves. So I'm going to leave scan and cut for a moment. To get out, I just press home. It asks if it's okay to delete all the patterns. I go okay. And he's done. He's back home. And we'll unload our mat. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to switch off scan and cut and come over here and find Canon and turn the main viewer back on. All right, so here's what happens next. Okay, I should have had my scissors ready. Sorry, guys. Okay, where's my scissors? Okay, so I just want to trim up. I got a couple of leaves here that just didn't quite cut all the way out. But you have to be really careful that you stick that fabric down to your mat or else it takes off on you. And that's not much fun. But there we go. Okay, just a couple of slices. So here are our leaves, all cut out. They have the Wonder Under on them and everything. So now I've heated up my little iron, but you're not going to be able to see this unless I move little blue. I don't know. Anyways, what I did after that, you guys, is take a piece of felt. And we have oodles and toodles of felt, just absolutely beautiful fall colors of felt. And I took that little felt, and the first thing I did was I hooped it in my hoop in my Bernina. I used stable stick so that I could stick my felt down. And I topped it with a little stitch H2O. And then I embroidered names. And this is Sandy's. This is the one I'm working on today. So this is mine. These are going to be felt placemats for Thanksgiving. So that's the first thing I did, was to do the embroidery. After the embroidery, I then cut out all my appliques. This is Ken's, and put them onto the applique. I ironed it on. So I actually scored the back of my Wonder Under on the back of my leaves. Peels off really easy into pieces. And then I took that little leaf and I ironed it with a hot, dry iron onto the front of the mat. I'll have to tell you that this, I didn't use the wool rayon ones that we have at the store. I used the acrylic ones. So please be careful. Don't overheat it, because it actually will melt and scorch you a little. So be very careful. Use your applique pressing sheet and press them on. And then after I got them on, of course, I did a little applique. So let me show you my applique. I'm so good at applique. All right. So this is Ken's, and you can see I adjusted the hearts and put them all over the front of the placemat. And I just did, this one's just a rough edge, so I just stitched around the outside edges of the placemat to hold the leaf in place. And once I got it appliqued, I had done his name, and then I took out my sewing machine. I got out that decorative stitching, and I stitched the whole width of the placemat all the way around. So I have made placemats. It took about an hour start to finish from when I cut the leaves, appliqued them on, embroidered the names, and did the decorative stitching. So it didn't take too long, but they turned out beautifully. So that was Ken's, but you can see there's a little scorch mark. Use your applique pressing sheet, because boy, that iron gets hot. Okay, and I also made one for my son, Ian, because Ian and Carly, his new wife, are coming over for Thanksgiving dinner. So this is Ian's. He loves orange, so we made his out of orange. And this is for Carly, our new girl in the family. So there she is, Carly, and I gave her a nice gold one, and then mine was burgundy. So it's going to look very pretty on the table with those 4 colors on top of my white tablecloth. And so that's what I made. Anyways, I was absolutely thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled with how it turned out and how much fun it was, and how well the scan and cut did cut. And I thought, oh, that is so fun. I can do that over and over. And I don't know, a few years ago we had that Shania Sangha did the Canada blocks. I still have my Canada blocks. They need to be done. But now I know that you can actually also scan the outlines in, and then select which one you want, cut it out on the fabric that you have, and ta-da, it's done, and it's really cool. Anyways, that's what I found out. That's what I did this last weekend. It was certainly fun. And I just think that that's really easy to do. And we have lots of lovely, lovely fabrics in store for the fall. The Scan and Cut has lots of different designs to cut out. You can also scan things in and cut them out for fall. Do a little applique, do a little embroidery, do a little decorative stitching, and you end up with some really, really cute table runners. And they're really, really quite inexpensive. And it was kind of fun, and I really enjoyed it. So, all right, so now, what runs around, oh, did I tell you this one? What runs around the farm but doesn't move? A fence. A fence. All right, and what do you get when you drop a pumpkin? A squash. You could actually make pumpkin pie too, but there you go. All right, so now just on the Scan and Cut for just a second, I'll show you him one more time. So the Scan and Cut, this is the SDX225. Brother makes them. This is the one that has the automatic adjusting blade in it, which is really cool because you saw how it did that. It just automatically adjusted to the width of the fabric, and I didn't have to, you know, crank it up or down or change it or anything. So that's really lovely. I will let you know that we only have 3 of these left. We have one brand new one, and it is going on, it's on sale right now, $649.99, so $649.99 plus tax, and it's the last one, and then it's gone. And then we have a demo model, which is Anne's here, which I've been demoing, and it's kind of fun and it's great. And we have one of our other ones that's on the floor model. So both of those are going at a really good rate of $549.99. And so these are the last of the SDXs 225, and there's only 3, and they'll just go until they're gone. So anyways, I thought I would show everybody how it worked because it's really cool. And not only that, but I think I have talked Nancy into getting one. I know that she's really interested. She was watching me do this, and she just loved it. So she's going to put it on her wish list. And we do have a wish list at the store. On the computer at front in our retail solutions thing, you can come in, we call up your name, and then all you've got to do is say, bring the product to me, and I scan it and put it on your wish list. It's a wonderful idea for birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas. That way people like your spouse, your family members, like your sons and daughters, your aunts and uncles, your friends, anybody who might want to get you something fun. All of your items are listed on our wish list, and we can actually print that out and give it to them. And the real trick about it is, if there's more than one person coming into shop, we'll actually take the items that have been purchased off the list. So then you don't have to, worry that somebody's going to buy the same thing twice. Anyway, so that I wanted to know is there is a wish list that you can put on the computer, seeing as it's almost Christmas time. Pat told me today that there's only 3 months and how many sleeps till Christmas? And it was like, oh no, I only got my fall outfit ready. All right, so why do trees drop their leaves in the fall? It's automatic. Automatic. Okay, I got to tell you one more thing. Came in today. Turn your back to Little Blue. So I have a real problem with gnomes. I just love gnomes, and I think gnomes are so cool. Anyways, we got a brand new gnome pattern today. It's called Home with a Fall Gnome. Just trying to make sure you can see it okay. It's so cute. It's got sunflowers, the little gnome, pumpkins on it and everything. It's a Patch Abilities pattern. It says the skill level is easy. And it's not too bad. It's $14.99. But what I got a kick out of was, oh, when you open up the pattern, of course, this is all applique, so you can either do it sewing or with your machine, like hand machine, or you can cut these all out or whatever. But they have all of the pictures in very easy to read outlines. And you can actually just feed this right into the scan and cut, put it into the memory, and then when you're ready, you can get your orange fabric out and say, and cut the pumpkins. You can get the goldy yellow fabric out for your sunflowers. It has a picture of the little gnome's beard, his boots, his nose, the acorn, the center of the sunflower, more sunflower bits, the stalks and stems. I'm not sure what those are, but I'm hoping they're legs. And, oh, they're the fence. Sorry, fence rails. More leaves, like similar to the leaves that I had cut out. Little feet, more leaves. So you can actually just use your scan and cut to cut all these things out with. So I think it's kind of a cool idea. And of course, I think it's cool because it's got gnomes in it, and I love gnomes, and you know how that goes. There's not enough gnomes in the world. Anyways, the gnomes are going to have to start coming in because I'm worried that S word is going to happen soon, and we are going to get white fluffy stuff. Anyways, so that's the new gnome pattern that just came in today. Home with a fall gnome. Really cute, really cute. Okay, so why did the summer catch autumn? Because it was about to fall. Yay! All right, a couple more jokes for you, but I've got one more announcement. One announcement, and that's all I need to bug you with today. So, coming up in October, let me show it on blue. Might not be able to get this far enough back to be able to see it on blue. Anyways, this is a Kimberbell embroidery event. Some of you have already done it. Others haven't. It's called Too Cute to Spook. And they make a candle match. You make a mug rug. You make a tea towel, a little candy sack, a little special zip purse, and these are little sucker holders. Anyways, Too Cute to Spook. And you know what? We've only got 2 spots left. So anybody who wants to join me on October 13th and 14th to make some Kimberbell fun, have some fun, you know, have a good time. I will be here to see you through it. Anyways, if you're interested, give us a call at the store. So that's Too Cute to Spook. All right. Now, before I sign off, I have a couple more jokes for you. What is a scarecrow's vehicle of choice? It's an automobile. I love it. Anyways, the next one and our last one for today, the last leaf joke, because then I have to leave, is what did one leaf say to the other during autumn? I'm falling for you. And I hope you guys know how much I love you and how much fun I have bringing you these wacky Wednesdays and having a good time and dressing up and being crazy and everything. And I really do appreciate you signing in and visiting and whatnot. And I hope that you had some fun today. If you couldn't see things or want to try this out, they're at the store on display and I can send it through you and have a good time. Anyways, that is awesome. Anyways, thanks ever so much, everybody. We'll talk to you next Wacky Wednesday. Ooh, and we've got some really exciting things next week. Yes. Anyways, thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon.